Mwah. I like how you pushed up on me like that.
We got company.
They're not company, they family. Someone said in the comments, they were looking at one of our shorts and they said, y'all are freaky. And I said,
What's that one video? Who is more freaky?
I said, no, we are married.
That's a good response. That's a good response.
Yeah, but yes, one of us is freakier than the other. But we have games tonight. Hey, everyone. We are so glad you are here. So when you come in, we're going to shout you out. And if you're watching now, thank you for joining us. And if you're watching in the future, let us know where you are watching from. So we're excited to spend this Thursday night playing games. So we got a bunch of them.
What comes out of these questions? So we got a mixture of them, because just like with any relationship, you got to have a variety of things. Of tools and things. I didn't say toys or nothing like that. I didn't say nothing like that. I wasn't getting. I just didn't do it. So, but you got to have a variety of things, because one thing you don't ever want to get is complacent.
Yes.
When you think about relationships, whether it's your spousal relationships or even your friendships, we can get real comfortable in the time that we spend with each other and not work on the things that makes and enhances and improves or build, repair, restore, and all the other things that we talk about. Healthy relationships. So I'm actually co-piloting, because Renee was like, we doing games, so I'm letting her drive and I'm gonna follow.
Okay, but before we do this, I want to share something. I don't know if you guys saw, we have a video where we show that we did this as a date night, and the person that thought of this as a date night was the sexy man right here. So he actually ordered it, you baby. He ordered it on Amazon, and so we did this as a date night. It was so much fun. If you look at it, we didn't
paint it because we just kind of like the way it looked. It's actually the molded hands.
It's our hands.
You know, you can see our wedding rings on there and everything. It's kind of hard to see because it's white, but I'll do a little contrast.
I think we're gonna paint it though.
Where the rings are there, you can see, and it was just basically something that we wanted to show as far as just a project or something that you can actually do when it comes to relationships.
Because sometimes people think that marriage is it just happens. No, you have to be intentional. You have to come up with ways to engage each other and to have fun and to laugh. And so something else we're going to do this as a short for this week. And you guys can do it too. This is just a piece of canvas, and we have some paint, and we are going to create our own little art project. So we're going to show you this. This is what it is. And so we challenge you to do the same thing with us and share it with us on social media. So we're going to do ours one day this week, and we'll let you know which day we're going to post it. We're going to show us doing it in as a short. So we're asking you as couples, and even as your girlfriends, your dudes, get together and create something you can keep as a memory of your love, relationship, and commitment.
You know, we wanted to say this at the beginning. We're going to be, everybody knows the holidays is going to be, can you believe it, next week?
Next week.
Already. So we are actually going to be taking a couple weeks off, a few weeks, because we got something else brewing that in our own lives that we are actually moving to. You know?
Yeah, well, we're going to be off for Thanksgiving, and then we're going to be off for 2 weeks in December. Of course, we have Christmas, and then we also have our 35th wedding anniversary. So we're going to be off 2 weeks in December, and we're going to be off for Thanksgiving. So you guys can watch all of our old content. We have 592 videos. That's enough to keep you busy. Short and long content.
Yep.
So we're going to start the game. We hope you guys are excited to do this, because we're excited to do it with you.
Like I said, we got so many cards here. I don't know which ones we are playing from or which ones we are doing. We got dare, flirt, we got mind, motions, so this is
emotional intelligence.
Mind and brain emotions.
Yes.
We got happy hour.
Yes, I like that one.
We got our moments.
We played that before.
And then we got the triple threat.
These are the grown-up cards.
These are the ones everybody is always asking, where do y'all get these questions from? And it depends on what kind of mood you're in.
Right.
So
and
guys,
it also depends on the level of your relationship.
And I think the guys, you kind of know which one you would pick, but most of the time our ladies want to talk. So
Oh no, flirt.
flirt or dare. But then again, like since Renee is the frequent one, she likes the dare cards. I'm
I
gonna
like the
call her
dare
out a
cards.
little bit on that
I like
one
the dare cards.
because she actually does. So you can pick whichever one you want to do, and we're gonna ask these questions and we're gonna put them in the chat, and
Yes,
you can
we are.
actually chime in with them if you got somebody that you want to talk to, or even stimulate the conversation with someone that you just want to bring a good conversational question up with. You can do that. But since we said that, let's start with a talk question.
Okay.
We got to
let's
start
with
off. We got to start off nice.
I guess you got to
easy.
communicate before you can get to flirting.
Yes, you do. You got to do. And these are the talk questions.
Okay.
So I'll let Renee go ahead and select.
I will pull out a card.
This is unfiltered. This is, as y'all know, this is live. So
What
we
did you
actually
say?
going to say, what do you think is the one chore that your partner hates to do most?
Oh, I know what yours is. Do you know what mine is? It's the one chore. No, well, okay, I have two.
And we're gonna probably tell a story behind these responses. But
okay. You want me to
go
say,
ahead? Yeah,
say
you
yours?
start out. What do you think is the one chore that your partner hates to do the most?
My husband hates to put away groceries. That is the one chore that he.
So I gotta preface. I gotta set it up and tell you guys why. There's always a reason to why we do things. That I would call this a childhood of origin issue.
Yes.
So, and sometimes it doesn't scar you, but it's just something that you just don't want to do.
You said, when I get grown, I ain't doing that.
So my mom used to go grocery shopping. We talked about it before. My mom was a single mom, so she would go grocery shopping, and my job was to bring the groceries in. Like most young men, that's what you should be doing. You bring the groceries in, and I will put them on the counter. But then, because sometimes it would be, well, you brought them in, put them up. I was like, hold up, that's
not the agreement.
You know what kids will always say? That ain't fair. I brought them in. I had a brother and sister, and it kind of rotated, and I don't know, maybe they're not as emotionally scarred about it as I am. I don't know. But I actually did that. So I told myself, I don't know about you guys, and I know I probably are doing this by myself, so I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna expose myself and tell my truth. I told myself when I get married, I ain't putting up no groceries. And I say that as a single guy, and I kept that to myself.
Yes,
so after all of that, when we got married, we would go grocery shopping, especially in our first year, we would go grocery shopping, and the next thing you know, I would bring the groceries in faithfully, dutifully. I would bring them in, put them on the counter, make them as easy as possible, whether you're putting them in the fridge or whether you're putting them in. I would put them up, I would bring them in, and then I would become a magician, y'all. No. I would be like Houdini. I would just be poof, I'm gone. And Renee would always, and she didn't catch on to it, y'all, for
a while.
I would say maybe years.
Yeah.
And she would, it just became, I used that mind trick on her. She just, hey, I just put the groceries up. And I was perfectly okay with that. It's not it was one of those, we called it the uncommunicated expectations.
Yeah.
Well, that was one that I had, and I just expected her to put the groceries up. And she actually just started doing it. So I didn't want to disrupt her flow. I didn't want to stop her. Yes, I didn't want her to stop doing what she had already started doing. I got a question. How come when the groceries come, you just disappear? And I just told her the story that I just told you guys. So, and I thank God for my wife, because she basically said, that's fine, I'm good with that. And
I just wanted to know why.
She didn't buck, and she didn't say, oh, it didn't turn into a big altercation in a fight or anything like that. I just said.
That goes back to that temperament. Our temperaments are alike.
Yeah.
So my chore, okay, what's the chore that you think I hate?
The chore that you hate the most, and I would say it probably takes my wife, and I know nobody else is like this. Nobody else is like this. It takes my wife months.
That's not true.
Okay, you're right. Weeks.
Not weeks.
Not anymore. To wash, dry, and put up clothes, y'all.
Wash, dry, and put away.
I fold them. Because you put it in the chat. Are you done washing your clothes if they still in the basket, or still on top of the dryer, or still in the corner, or still in the chair, or still in the closet? How do you know what's clean and what's dirty?
You have a dirty clothes hamper, and you have a clean.
But see, my wife's dirty clothes hamper is filled with clean clothes.
No.
Not
Not today.
Preface that. Did y'all hear that? Not today.
Today it only has dirty clothes.
Not today. You know, she jumped on that one real quick. But she has been getting better.
Thank
After
you.
35 years, she's been getting better.
Yes.
But it is still one of those things that she hates.
Yes, I do.
To
I hate
do.
it. Another thing that I hate.
Well, tell the story why. I already told my story. Why do you hate wash drying and putting up the clothes?
Everyone has something that is their thing, and for me, I have a lot of underwear and bras, and so I guess I don't know. It's just I have no reason.
You have no reason.
I have no childhood abortion
It could
story.
be. It could be. I just don't want to do it.
I have no reason. I can't give a reason.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
But the other one that I hate, y'all know if you know it, I used to hate to defrost the freezer. That was something I used to hate. Because growing up back in the day, the refrigerator had ice in it. So whenever it was time to go to the grocery store, my job was to defrost the freezer and get the refrigerator clean.
You know, we dating ourselves now. Did y'all have those ice trays where you had the handle and you had to pull,
yeah,
and wiggle it a little bit?
And in order to get the ice out of the freezer, you had to use something that was plastic because you couldn't use metal. Because if you did, you would burst it and the freon would come out. Hey, welcome in. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Miss. Is that? Yep, Miss D.
Hey, Raquel, how are you? Welcome in. We're playing games tonight.
And hopefully you called. You probably was listening. I hate grocery shopping. See, you were listening already. That's funny.
I love grocery shopping. I just don't. I don't have issues with grocery shopping.
No.
So let's go to the next one.
So
next
now
step.
this is. I just pulled out a random.
This is a different same game.
This is our moments question.
From a different deck. So which deck is this one from?
Now this is actually a good one. We're gonna post the questions.
This is different. This is from the talk. This one has three. It has talk, dare, and flirt. So this is one deck.
That's from the talk, but this is the moments deck, and this is one that, you know, as you think about, I'm just gonna read the question and then we can elaborate on it. What are you most grateful for right now in this moment? What are you most grateful for right now in your life, in your moment, and what's going on with you? Now, we didn't say the negative because it's easy to pick out something negative.
No, it says what you're grateful for.
I know what I was saying. We don't want to hear the negative. We want to focus on the positive.
Yeah.
So what is something that you're grateful for right now, at this moment?
At this moment, I am grateful for all of the Rich Relationship Refuge community because you guys have provided us with a place to not only for us to share the things that are on our heart, but you guys have provided us a place where we can come and just be ourselves and have fun and spend time with you. So I am really grateful for the Rich Relationship Refuge community.
And I would probably have to say, I wasn't going to piggyback off of what Renee said, but I am grateful for, because this is just one facet of what we do when it comes to marriage ministry and premarital and things like that. We just finished the 8-week block and that was great. And the couples but we had a meeting, and when you get feedback, because anybody who has done YouTube or done these videos or done lives and things like that, it is work, y'all. It is a lot of work. It's a time commitment and all those things. And right now we're just talking to a camera. We don't see all y'all beautiful faces out there. We don't see how you're actually looking and feeding back, and you probably are maybe hopefully doing some other things, and maybe you just got us on in the background, which is fine. But
and we love you too.
And sometimes especially when you're starting out, you don't get the feedback in real time. With
YouTube.
Right.
One of the things about YouTube, you have to be okay with talking to an empty audience. For this is, we've been doing it now since January. One of the things that YouTube has taught me is that you have to be okay with talking to no one in hopes that one day someone will hear it. And that's different.
So what I would probably say as I was going and talking about this was the grateful part is the feedback that everybody gives, whether it's a thumbs up during the lives or the other videos and all the other stuff, or even in the sessions that we've done live with people, not just the thumbs up, but when you actually hear them talk to you or actually give you those verbal feedbacks and tell you what a difference it made, because marriage is something that we love to do. Yeah. So, and this is not something that we just picked as they call it, the niche. This is something that we love, being married to each other. We love doing this and helping other couples either build, repair, restore in relationships, or even your relationship. And this is just a whole just one part of doing those things. So that's what I would probably say I'm grateful for right now. Obviously, there's tons of it. So I'm grateful that we have all the people who have decided to listen to what we have to say, because we think there's nothing special about us.
No.
We tell that and we say that all the time, and that's what we really believe. We just believe that we have seen what marriage has been coming to over the years and just decided we want to try to reverse, try to contribute something
Positive.
to make it positive, because there's so much negative out there that's going on, whether it's in relationships and marriages and
In the media.
just in the media and politics and society and all those kind of crazy things, that this is why we call it refuge.
Yeah.
Because the refuge is someplace that you can go
That's
just
right.
for a moment and just escape from other places and be in a sunny, warm, nice place,
Yeah.
hanging out with us for these hour or whatever we do, depending on the time frame. So that's something that I can say we're grateful for. And Raquel, I thank you for this, for even contributing in here.
We
I'm
love
grateful
you,
for my
Raquel.
life and those who are a part of it. See, and,
Yes.
and that's something that it doesn't have to be a big windfall. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be something.
It doesn't have to be a thing.
And not 9 times out of 10, I think you'll be more grateful for the things that are small that you appreciate a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that was the talk cards.
That one.
Okay, so this was
This one actually says be curious, and this
Okay.
one is actually, even though they call it the happy hour edition, they call it being curious. That's what's actually on the card. It says, as you can see, it says be curious. So the question for this one is, now Renee ain't got one of these, so I'm not gonna even. So I may have to
What you
answer this
mean?
one for. What is your late night snack? What is your go-to late night snack?
And I see a bowl.
What? Oh, well, I guess you do have one. But late night for us is probably like 8:30. I know you guys.
What is yours? In the chat and in the comments.
Raquel, what's
is
your
yours?
late night go-to snack? But this is the one that I can see. Raquel, you just first one I see up here right now. So what's
What
your
is
go-to
yours?
late night snack, Raquel? So we appreciate that. Mine, for a lot of times, it used to be cereal. I used to love me some cereal for some
Yeah.
reason, but Renee has taken a very active role in getting us even more healthy, y'all, is grapes.
Oh, that's a good
Building
one.
the whole Miss Blanche, she said
Hey,
grapes.
Blanche, have you ever tried grapes with cream cheese? We got some vegan cream cheese. I'm telling you, it is so good. Try it. You can use regular Philadelphia, or for us, we use the vegan one. Cream cheese and grapes is so good.
Can I ask a question? This has nothing to do with these. Well, I'm asking another question. Renee probably already know what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna ask since I have some other ladies here. And if the other ladies are watching this, please put it in the chat. Please help me to understand. I've been trying to understand this for years, so I'm gonna ask my wife. Well, I'm asking y'all now, because what is up with ladies and cheese?
And peanut butter.
No, just ladies and cheese. It's very rare that I meet a lady that don't like cheese for some reason. Can y'all explain that to me?
It's smooth.
It may sound crazy, but
it's smooth and creamy and salty.
now, Blanche, Raquel, do y'all like cheese? I'm gonna ask you right now, right up front. And see, the whole it's creamy.
There you go, girl. See, it's creamy. It's creamy and salty and smooth.
Oh, see, Raquel, me and you are in the same.
But I only
right
eat the
there.
vegan one because the
I
other
like
ones
that one.
make me
Raquel said any dessert.
There you go. You and Sugar Daddy, he likes desserts.
I'm just saying I do. A banana pudding, a peach cobbler, and Thanksgiving is coming up. Renee was asking me, what did we want to cook for Thanksgiving? Since we are plant-based eaters, we don't eat meat, and we don't really do dairy or anything like that. Renee is more strict than I am, but so I would say desserts. Yeah, that's a good one.
Banana pudding.
Oh,
peach cobbler.
You got one? See, I'm always ready. If you got one, I'm ready. You could always be ready. So which question am I doing now?
Okay.
You got something else you want to talk
about?
Now
we have these cards. Dun, dun, dun.
Which ones are these?
These are for empathy.
Oh, so 20.
Empathy.
So this is a good one. It's called Mind, Brain, and Emotion, and this is 52 essential relationship skills.
And one of the things Gil said, that we love marriage, and we can say that during the pandemic, we worked with a lot of couples who were on the verge of divorce. We did that for almost 3 years. And while my heart goes out to couples who are on the verge of divorce, and I really want to see them really allow God to restore the relationship. I love working with engaged and singles because they want to hear what you have to say and they're open to it. And I know I said it before, my love language is words of affirmation. And it's important to me to know that what I'm doing is making an impact, that it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And so for us, we love helping people who want, because everybody needs help, but everybody doesn't want help. And so I just wanted to share that, we love marriage, but we also want to really make sure that we help people before, so that they can get prepared and be ready and enjoy it.
So y'all ready for the question? This is a mind emotion question. So it says here, clarify. They actually break these down into different phases. So clarify. What words or phrases should I avoid saying to you?
Ooh.
What are your hot buttons, your pet peeves? I would say, and I know over the years, I would have to go back a little bit. I would say because Renee's love language is words of affirmation. So any critical, harsh words is something that will, I won't say set her off, but it's not encouraging, not edifying, not building up. And I'm gonna say this one, I already know what it is, and I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the word because I'm not trying to start nothing tonight. Because I wouldn't say it in it. She does not like the B word.
Oh yeah.
Even if, and I think that's a part of, if I don't know what's up with society where other ladies call each other the B word, and I'm bitch. I'm not gonna even say the word because I don't want her to go off.
Yeah. And for me, and that's something even growing, I guess because growing up, my mother was very verbally abusive, and she thought that calling you a dumb B was okay. And so that's one of those things for me. That's one of the things me and Gil first started dating. Don't call me out my name. Don't put your hands on me, and don't lie to me. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that is something to this, and I've been saved since I was in my 20s. There's something about hearing that just, it takes me back. What is yours?
And I see Raquel, and like I love that, and I appreciate you saying that, Raquel, because we don't only just want to talk to married folks. We want to talk to single people. Yeah. Just like you say, I'm single and I'm still getting love from. I see a heart love from
you, Raquel.
Mm-hmm. Well, we appreciate that because this is not just the things that we are kind of talking about. It's not just geared towards married people. It's just geared towards people who are in relationships. Because the questions that we just asked, most of them you can ask somebody who's your closest friend or confidant or something.
And you know something that I think people. Okay, so I did a short today. There's this guy I follow on YouTube, and he was talking about women asking when you talk to a guy and he says his marriage is miserable, you should ask him these questions. Does he watch porn? Does he smoke weed? Does he get drunk? And does he masturbate? And so the reason why I wanted to chime in on that video is because I think so many times we don't realize those are not just questions for men, because those are things that women struggle with, because we don't believe that there's a such thing as a marriage problem. We believe that there are single problems that you bring into your marriage. So a lot of times, if we can help people when they're single really get a better grip on themselves, because everything that we really work on is really about you. The couples we went through the 8 weeks with, you know what they say at the end of it? They're like, this just seems like this is about me as an individual, because it is. Every relationship is only going to be as good as what you bring to it. And so if we could get ourselves stronger, that's why we say you are more than enough. Because if we can get you to realize you're more than enough, wherever you're going to get to somebody else, it's going to be beneficial to both.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to just let you randomly pick the next card. So if you guys have something, any harsh words, set me off. I go from 8 to 8.
That's blank.
It's a trigger. So when you say, I know harsh words, so your love language must be words of affirmation as well.
Blank, what's your love language? Oh, I'll put that in the chat too. I'm going to put the 5 love languages so you guys can do your assessment.
And you know what? And for those who may not be familiar with the 5 love languages, it's a great assessment tool, not just for relationships. It is one that you can, everybody has it. You know, it's gifts, quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, and acts of service. So all of us say that's how you show me love, is by doing one of those 5. And we always tell our couples, when you start dating, you are doing all five because you're just trying to put the best face possible forward and try to be as positive as you can with the person. So you doing acts of services, guys, be like opening a car door. You may bring them a flower, so you knocked out some gifts. You may talk to them and say you look nice, and that's words of affirmation. You may, while you driving to your date, you may be
hold hands.
Yeah, holding hands. That's maybe physical touch, or you may be inquiring and asking them what's going on with them. That's act of service, or acts of service, quality time, physical touch. So when you're doing those things, you're hitting on all of those cylinders, so to speak. But what tends to happen is, over time, we talked about at the very beginning, is we get complacent and we stop doing probably the very one that is the love language of the person that we are in relationship with.
So if you know what it is going into it, you can not stop doing what they need, because you know that's what they need. And most of us speak to people, like mine says words of affirmation. Well, I was speaking to Gil on words of affirmation, but his is quality time. So you have to speak to them in their language. So I'll put that in the chat, so you guys can get the link to actually do this free.
It's a great tool. Yep. Did you pull a correct card?
Okay.
You pick out of there.
I'm gonna. Can I get the dare card?
No, we're not doing dare tonight.
Aw. Okay. I did.